Imagine a group of kids so caught up in bad habits that their parents don't know what to do. They decide to send them to a scouting camp, hoping the wise old scout leader can teach them life-changing lessons. What happens next is a journey they'll never forget. There was a group of kids who often behaved rudely. Their parents were tired of their bad habits, talking back, lying, and ignoring rules. Nothing seemed to help. Frustrated and worried, the parents decided to send them to a scouting camp for a week, hoping the wise old scout leader could teach them a lesson. When the kids arrived, the scout leader welcomed them warmly, but explained one rule. You'll only get to eat, play, and talk if you complete the tasks I give you each day. Curious but confident, the kids agreed. The next morning, the scout leader took them to a clearing and pointed to some blades of grass. First task is to pluck all this grass. The kids smirked. That's easy. They quickly grabbed the grass and pulled it out in no time. The scout leader nodded and gave them their reward for the day. The next day, the scout leader showed them a small flower and said, "Now uproot this." The kids pulled hard and managed to remove it after a few tries. It was harder than the grass, but still doable. Feeling proud, they completed their second day's task. On the third day, the scout leader pointed to a bush. Today's task is to uproot this shrub. The kids frowned, realizing this task was much harder. They struggled, pulling and yanking at the roots. After much effort, they managed to uproot the shrub. Exhausted, they asked, "Why are these tasks getting harder?" The scout leader smiled and said, "You'll understand soon." On the final day, the scout leader brought them to a towering tree. Today's task is to uproot this tree. The kids' eyes widened. "That's impossible. It's too big and strong." The scout leader nodded. "Exactly. The same is true for your bad habits. When they're small, like grass, they're easy to remove. But if you let them grow like this tree, they become deep-rooted and almost impossible to change." The kids were quiet for a long time. For the first time, they understood why their parents were so worried. They promised the scout leader they would start working on their bad habits right away. Moral: bad habits are easy to fix when they are small, but if left unchecked, they grow stronger and harder to change. Teach your children to recognize and correct their mistakes early before they become unshakable habits. If you find value in this story, please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more meaningful tales.